Hi guys, this is Namcraft and welcome back to another series of Starcraft English commentary. This is gonna be once again another game in the Laddernet series. Games played on the Laddernet ladders between random pro gamers. This time it's gonna be two very renowned, very accoladed players. We're gonna be having on the one hand Protoss player Rain in the yellow color at the top right on the screen, and on the other hand it's gonna be Queen, purple Zerg player located at the bottom right on the screen. The map is gonna be Polypoid. I don't have the map stats for you for these classical maps. I just have the map stats for example, SSL, ASS 17 or 18 maps. So we just kind of make, some kind of assumptions about, how balanced or unbalanced this map is based on your own experience. Anyways, this game is played right in the wake of the prelims of ASL Season 18, guys. I will be casting all of the games, hopefully all of the games, at least all of the finals. And if not, if I'm lucky, I might cast more, depending on how much time I have. So please go ahead and watch those games. Very much looking for the to the likes of Royal and Queen, because for good reasons, right? And Rain is also playing Scan, the #1 foreign language, English language speaking Korean programmer. And I don't know, is anyone from that European league who's playing a BSL? Do we have, like, I don't know, that guy from Poland? I suddenly escaped his name because, sorry, my brain is fired. I haven't slept for several hours. I have slept for only several hours, excuse me. What's that guy's name who's from Poland, who's a very good Protoss player? And of course, the Russian Dewalt will be playing. But anyhow, let's talk about this game here. Rain versus Queen. Now, Queen is kind of like what? I mean, he's good, but he's not like S-class good. Let me just quickly check the ranking today. He is not okay. He's there. He's number 8. Excuse me. So he's quite good. He's quite strong. He's quite formidable. And of course, Rain is a casual, gamer for Starcraft. At least he's actually more like a B streamer. Or he might be maybe like an actor in a certain sense, because he's quite good looking, guys. If you look at his photo a long time ago, you can see that he's already got the marks of a prince. You know, the mark of someone who's gonna be great and handsome, and kind of like the face to, someone's I don't know, face washing liquid campaign for Unilever or something like that. Yeah, anyways, let's talk about this game here. So it looks like we're gonna be having some Zergling aggression coming out from Queen. This game, by the way, is guaranteed to be epic, even though I released this game early. Please trust me that this game is epic. We're gonna be having Rain need to kind of hold here, defend here. He's gonna have just his 2 Zealot to start. He's gonna have a 3rd Zealot, and there's gonna be another Pylon just to completely wall himself up here. The 3rd Zealot is here. Rain need to make another Zealot now. He does press the button to make the Zealot, and he's gonna chase these Zerglings back. We're gonna be having 3 hatcheries coming down from Queen, and do we have 3 hatch Hydras? I guess he's gonna have to start mining gas first, and once his gas reach a critical amount, he's gonna build that Hydra. I don't even know how much that cost to make a Hydra Den, because I'm not a Zerg player. I'm not even a like a full-time Starcraft player or or caster anyhow. But let's try to see, because Queen loves to go for 3 hatch Hydra. So let's keep an eye out onto that, that gas count at the top right on the screen. But for the timing, we'll be having Zealot supporting here, 3 Zealot in the front door. And is it gonna be a core or a forge? That's gonna be a core. Yeah, so he's gonna. Okay, that's gonna be Lair, guys. So we didn't have Queens do his favorite build, 7429 or something like that, where the number represent the number of drones you need to have at each of your expansion. He's gonna be going very classical here with Hive and Lair probes getting transferred. And Rain, once again, is another one of those players who likes to make cannons. He loves his cannons. He cannot go without cannoning up his, his main, his expansion, and sometimes even outside of his expansion, like right here, we would make a couple of cannons in the later parts of the game. So we shall see if that is going to be something that's going to get played out in the upcoming battles here. But for the time being, things that are going to get a little bit, hectic. And maybe I'm gonna just take this chance to, thank some of my supporters. Thanks a lot for supporting me. I guess this is an old message. Sorry about that. But there's gonna be, maybe just gonna. Should I add another? No, excuse me. I will do that in the next cast. But thanks a lot for Ivan from Bulgaria, for your support in the last 30 days, and thanks again for Matt. I guess from the US. I'm not so sure, who is supporting me with a YouTube subscription plan. That is great. Of course, 30% of your money is being taken away from YouTube, and I don't like that, but I guess it's very convenient for you, so that is fine. So thanks a lot for you guys, and cheers, and let's hope for some great games in the upcoming battles in the upcoming, you know, road to glory here on the AS 2018. That is going to be Aspire, about 40% completed. We're going to be having the first Corsairs out. Upgrades are underway for Protoss. He is gonna be skipping Core +1. I don't see it on his roadmap for the time being. Yeah. As for Queen, he's got his 4th hatchery up. The game is gonna just get ready for big explosions here. And like I told you in the previous cast, you know, nowadays I feel like the paradigm for Protoss versus Zerg is all about defilers and Nidus Canals, especially if it goes towards the late game. So that's gonna be what we're gonna be looking forward to. Looks like Rain is very much fearful of the Hydra bus. So he's built a cannon. He's gonna cancel it now the moment that his courses arrive. He's gonna need to time it just right to cancel the cannon. And I think he's gonna be able to cancel it just right. He arrives now, and he doesn't see anything. He's gonna maybe attack. Oh, he's gonna try to go and attack the Overlord. No, he backs up, and that's, I don't know. He's gonna just check how many gas is there and how many hatcheries there are. And he knows that there's gonna be 2 gas stations being mined right now. He sees that 3 hatcheries on this side of the map and a lot of drones. He's gonna back up now. He's gonna be looking for that Overlord at the top left corner of the screen. Doesn't find it, so he backs up. And so already this is a good position, I think, by Queen. He's not losing any Overlords, but he's gonna be fearful of the first Zealot attack here because +1 weapons is almost done. Zealot leg is almost done as well. They're gonna get time to be, you know, to get done at around the same time here. Anyways, these 2 Scourges are going to try to, you know, trail these Zealots so that he knows exactly when they start to move out here. With +1 weapons on the air, about 25%, and it's going to be a long time until these Corsairs can actually make themselves useful. But for the time being, these Zealots are going to try to do some attack. We do have some Sunkens getting prepared. This is going to be just a creep colony. That is going to be a Sunken Mutus getting produced. So these, you know, 6 Zealot, right, are just going to be, you know, meat. They're here just to test the water and drive the Mutualist back, and Zealot's gonna attack down, and he's gonna try to split up the Zealot. And by some time, one is gonna try to go inside the expansion, the other one is gonna try to go towards the 3rd base, and the rest is gonna be returning up. This is gonna be able to take out maybe 1 drone, need to actually target, and Queen, is he responding? Well, oh my god, what's happening? He's gonna try to attack, and he does get 1 drone out. And looks like Queen is not paying freaking goddamn attention. This Zealot is just staying exactly out of the sight of the Sunken here, and Mutus are forced to return. The Zealot need to attack a few more. He will go for another drone attack. He's gonna look for that drone. He doesn't see it, and he takes out another drone. So that Zealot with 2 kills, it's very good. But on this side of the map, what do we have here? How many Corsairs do we have? Looks like we're gonna be having 5 Corsairs, 6 Corsairs now. +1 weapons is not yet completed. And we're gonna be having, I guess this is gonna be Hydrogen upgrading. What is it called? Muscular augments, right? Just making them a little bit stronger, and upgrading missile attack for the what is that? I think that is for the evolution chamber, right? Let me just, yeah, that's gonna be for the evolution chamber. And anyhow, we're gonna be having the first Dark Templar of the game coming out, Mutualist. And Scourge is going to be looking forward for some kind of openings, and there are going to be some cannons in the main here. But this time around, Rain is not building so many cannons. He's built just a couple cannons. This Dark Templar is running around on this left side of the map looking for openings. The Corsairs start to go out, and they will push back some of the Mutualists. And now there's 7 Corsairs, and +1 upgrades is going to get done soon. For Zerg, we're going to be having, why is this High Templar out here? I'm not so sure. Zerg is going to be going for Overlord speed here, about 25% completed. Excuse me. Alright, let's see what else is happening on the game. We're at the 9-minute mark now. Rain with 94 supply, and Queen is 88. Queen has not suffered any kind of, you know, economic damages except for a few drones that he loses at the 3rd base. But now he's going to be facing up a big attack here with 8 Corsairs, a lot of Zealot with leg. And a Dark Templar just hanging out in random location as well. We're going to be having the attack happening here because now the Mutualists have been, I think, neutralized, right? They're getting chased back, and maybe one of the Corsairs need to actually step over and drive the Mutualists back. 1 Corsair snipe already, and this is a nice attack, I think, from Queen. He takes out another Corsair, so out of the 8 Corsairs that leaves that area, only 6 return. So that is a good engagement so far by Queen. And you can see that in the supply as well. Rain has got 102 supply, and Queen also has around that amount of supply. So this game is going to be going very nicely for Zerg. We're going to be having Robo coming up here for Protoss. Let's check for the maybe some other upgrade situation. For Protoss is only +1 weapon so far. For the Hydras is +1 weapons upgrade. No Capress upgrade just yet. And the Mutualists, I don't think they have any upgrades. Yeah, indeed, they don't have any upgrades. Also, I think for the time being, both the players are being very cautious, not over expanding, not over attacking. But it's gonna be Queen who takes the first initiative to go out here and go for the 4th base. This base is actually nicely, you know, positioned. It's very much easy to defend here on Polypoid. Okay, that is a nice attack by the Corsairs. They were able to take out all of the Scourges, and they still, you know, in home mainly 6 Corsairs is still able to one-shot a lot of Scourges. We're going to be having, you know, air attack almost completed for the Zerg forces now. And I was talking about this expansion is kind of easy to hold if you have lurkers on high ground. Even Hydras will be just fine. So yeah, both players are going to be gearing up for the next part of the game. We're seeing that both players are not making big engagement. They're just making small skirmishes, especially in the air, not on the ground. So the, you know, the forces for the players are growing in number here. 129 supply for Rain, 117 for Queen, and we're going to be having these Corsairs just kind of patrolling the area, but they're actually not in large number anymore, so they're not going to be a threat. Do we have lurkers on the field? I don't see any kind of lurker position. Yeah, but I guess lurkers is not yet finished upgrading, so that is going to be what we're looking for here. Looks like Protoss forces move towards the left side. They're going to need to move back. One Zelle just checking for any kind of Hydras movement on the right corridor, because there are 2 ways to attack this base. Even if you're on the high ground, it's still quite difficult to hold, especially if you're not actually, you know, nicely positioned. It's right in the middle. You might get flanked, for example, from the top, and if the Zerg player can take either the top or the bottom, you know, the high ground advantage, then it's going to be evened level between these 2 players. It's going to be very difficult for Protoss to hold. So anyhow, we're going to be having both players are just completely being passive here, making a lot of forces but not yet engaging in any kind of major battles. We're going to be saving that for the next part of the game. Looks like Rain is over expanding once again. I mean, this is the usual strategy on Polypoid. Once you can secure your 3rd, it's going to be very easy to take another base. And Zerg, if they want to go to this base, need to actually go a long way away, and this might actually be very difficult if the Protoss goes for the counter attack. You don't have enough Zerg forces to kind of secure it, you know, for your defenses. But anyhow, we're gonna be having a big Rain moment here. He comes out with a lot of forces, and they're gonna be starting to move right across the map. We're gonna be having lurkers on the low side of the map, and they're gonna get deployed down here. And yeah, looks like Rain comes forward. He's got enough Storm. I mean, each high templar's got 2 Storm. Need to cast a Storm now. He casts a premature Storm on the forward lurker just to take them out. The Corsairs need to back up, and this other Storm is okay. Some drones are running away. You know, in a bad position. We have some Sunkens on the high ground, and yeah, looks like for the time being, Queen is holding. He's gonna be going for a counter attack on this left corridor here. So we're gonna need to kind of watch out for the situation on that side of the map. And we're gonna be having Zelle. Wait, hold on. Is this? Oh, it's fine. They're just gonna check something. Anyway, Zelle's attacking these Hydras, and looks like Queen is not reacting. What is he doing? He's not moving. He's M moving, or whatever is the, you know, the keyboard shortcut to actually move the units and actually not go for attack. He's going to try to get on the high ground, but cannons are hit. His Hydras are toasted. He cannot get on high ground. One Zelle is buying so much time, and the entire group of Hydras get evaporated. But we have a counter attack on this side of the map. We have how many Hydras? We have Observer. They need to back up now. The Corsairs are running away, and these units are going to get trapped as well from both sides. Sunken's gonna get deployed, but there's enough High Templars. He needs to cast 1 more Storm, and that 2 High Templars. He casts 1 good Storm, but the High Templars are still alive, but they get this, excuse me, the Lurkers are still alive, but they died at the last minute. So this base is safe. There are only 2 Sunkens. At least Zerg is on the high ground. There's gonna be enough forces, but Dragoon's gonna move on the high ground as well. Zelle need kind of few in number here. Dragoon's gonna, you know, try to save this base, and the last Storm is gonna be pushing all of Queen's forces back, and that was a failed attack, I think, by Queen. I mean, one thing that he was able to kind of ascertain was that this base doesn't have any probes anymore, and that the Corsairs kind of died in the battle. But anyhow, we're going to be having the Corsairs. They possibly need to return now. There's no need to engage further. We are at the 14-minute and 15-second of the game. Rain has got 137 supply, and Queen has got 124. Let's check for the upgrade situation for both the players. For Zerg, it looks like they've got 2 +2 weapons and +1 armor. For Protoss, they have +1 weapons and +2 armor. That is very strange, kind of reverse upgrades. And both players are playing at very high caliber, especially for Rain. You can see that his APM is 320. For Queen, it's only 330 APM, which is kind of unusual because Zerg players need to get very high APM to actually do the very APM intensive jobs. You know, making larvas, making Zerglings, controlling army, controlling all of the hatcheries, upgrades, and so forth. But anyways, yeah, the game is not yet, you know, showing a clear victory inside here. A lot of upgrades going for both players. These Corsairs are going to be checking out for what's inside of Queen's base. Let's see what kind of tech list the Zerg player has. Looks like the fighter mount is done, and he's going to be going for what is this swingling thing called? Consume. Alright, that is gonna be consummation here. Cannibalism is on the way for our Zerg friend, and soon he was gonna be able to cast brown gas and red liquid all over the map of Polypoid. But this big push from Rain is going to be something to be looking out for. These Zerglings, what are they doing? They don't even see the advancement of the units, and now they're going to be able to see his enemy's advancement. Zealots buying a lot of time. Beautiful storm to push these Zerglings back, and that was a lot of Zerglings getting lost in the process. A single Dragoon chase away the Zerglings. Another hatchery goes down for Queen at the bottom left of the screen, so he's going to be able to possibly connect the bases with a Nidus Canal at some point. And when he does so, then this area is completely unbustable. It's going to be impossible to get on this ramp, because anything is going to, any kind of forces advance is going to get, kind of locked down by units getting resupplied by the Nidus Canal. But before that, we're going to be having a big battle against the, the fourth base for Queen here. He's kind of not having the amount of forces needed to actually secure this area. And good storm on the 3 lurker. He needs to actually cast one more storm to kill him out, but he's not casting them. Xenos are going to be attacking and destroying the drones, so that's good. He's going to try to snipe the hatchery. He's going to try his best. He looks like lurkers actually not in position. These 3 lurkers are going to be morphing, but they're not involved. And indeed, this hatchery is going to be falling. We're going to be having possibly one more storm. Yeah, Zealot's going to be backing up. That was very slow reaction from Queen, and he loses at the hatchery. Needs to say, so for the time being, he's temporarily down to just 3 bases. His new base is not yet fully set up. Another base for Protoss is going to get, created up here. And now we can see that Rain is solidly in the lead, even though in terms of forces, he's only ahead by about 15 to 20 supply. But in terms of bases, he's got 5 bases. Zerg has got 6. In name only, because this base is not yet recreated. But anyhow, we're going to be having Nidus Canals protecting the various locations now. So at least Zerg is going to be secured on the bottom side of the map. Until they can get to, for example, this base, then the game is going to be looking a little bit more interesting. But anyways, going to be having a Plague here, very, very nice Plague, and Rain pulls in an attack once again. This is a nice storm against all of the lurkers. We have a nice Plague on his Zealot, so they're kind of softened out. They need to back down now, because these Dark Storms are so strong. Crackling's attacking. Beautiful Storm on the Archon to actually save, the rest of the forces, in exchange for a single Archon. Anyways, we need to have some Reavers on this map at some point. What is that thing being upgraded by? I don't even know what this is. Metapsinic Node, Defiler Energy. Okay, that's going to be increasing Defiler Energy. I don't even understand half the icons that they use for some of these upgrades. Anyways, Cracklings are looking very, very strong, and Rain's army is mainly Dragonized. He needs to be Zealotify a little bit more, to be a little bit effective against his Cracklings. We are at the 17 minute and 50th second of the game. Rain 175 supply now, and for Queen is around 160, so about 15 to 20 supply differences between these 2 players. Rain needs to actually think about the top left now. This base is, he's got a second robo out, and he's going to be going for gravitic drive, so that's going to be, faster shuttle movement, which is nice. This game is very, very much looking forward to a grand finishing line here with a lot of big units. Okay, these Mushis are going to be coming out of the air from, like they were in hibernation for the longest time, and now they're going to be coming out. And we have one Corsair that was here. I'm not so sure exactly where it went. Maybe that was the Corsair that just died a few seconds ago. But anyhow, it looks like Protoss Forces is out of position here. We're going to be having a huge Zerg counterattack. There are some Zealot and some High Templar Elites. The rest of the Protoss Forces is going to try to return here. Cracklings attacking. Rain, are you in position? We're going to be having the Zerg player kind of cut the Protoss Forces into half here. Where's he going to cast the Dark Storm? He's going to try to attack the 3rd base. I don't know if that's going to be a good move or not. He does cast a good storm before the Dark Storm could actually get involved here. And no Zerglings actually in those Dark Storm areas. So that's a little bit clumsy army management, I think, slightly for Queen. But now he's going to be having more forces. Need to reinforce the rest of us. So he does come out with a lot of Crackling. We're going to be having some crazy major battles happening. This Filer has got a lot of energy. He's going to try to cast another beautiful Dark Storm in the middle of the map here. But I think Rain has got a lot of High Templars, and you can see that each of these High Templars have maximum 250 energies, so they can cast a lot of storms and trade beautifully here for the timing. Looks like Zealot, I need to get involved, and they will kill out the last of the lurkers. So I guess this base is going to get saved for some time. Maybe one cannon will fall, but that is going to be inconsequential. This base is going to be going up. We are at the 90th minute and 30th second of the game. Rain almost maxed out. Queen is 145 supply here. Another Dark Storm and beautiful Plague, and just non-stop Cracklings attacking. These Reavers actually need to have some, Scarabs. And yeah, this huge Reaver army is so strong for Rain. He's got a lot of meat that I think is going to be impossible for Queen to penetrate here. We're going to be having another base going up for the Zerg at the bottom of the screen. So let's take a base count here. Looks like for now, Queen has got 1 base, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and Protoss has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 bases. We're going to be having a small counter attack on this side of the map, but cannon is going to get set up as well. We have some cracklings and Hydra support, but they're not in any match, and this base is almost mined out, so Rain would not mind losing it at some point in the future. It looks like maxed out army for Rain. Let's take a look at the upgrades now. For Rain, it's going to be +2 weapon, +2 armor, and +1 shield. For the Zerg player, Queen is going to be +3 weapons and +2 carapace. So very strong upgrades from Queen. I'm quite surprised that he's got, you know, this big upgrades in such a small time. I mean, not such a small time, but even upgrades compared to Protoss player. Anyways, the Shadow is gonna getting ready for some Zealot and Storm drops. You know, during this time of the game, Protoss player would like to go for these kind of 8 Zealot drop into the Zerg's main, and this is something that Queen needs to be fearful of. He's pushing some Overlord here because he knows drop is a potential, because if he loses his Defiler mount, for example, Evolution Chamber, then that's gonna be a big problem. Anyhow, looks like Rain is gonna get ready to assault his other base, and looks like Queen is not in position to you know, control that. We have a nice break that, you know, attack the Shadow. Oh my god, it's gonna be super careful. The Scourge is gonna be coming out, and the Shadow dies right away, but some of the Hydras get trapped in the corner. Rain is attacking with 200 supply army here. He's got a lot of forces. Lurkers are scrambling to get in position where the High Templars, Archons and Zealot mainly, but no Hydra. There's one Hydra, but his Reavers is doing so much good shot here, and that is a beautiful shot, destroying so many Lurkers. Zealot need to back down. Reaver need to take the majority of the shot here. Indeed, they're gonna try to take the majority of the shot, but one Reaver to snipe right away, 2 Reavers snipe, and that is a good find for Queen to push those Reavers back and take out, you know, 2 of those Reavers. Yeah, for the timing. Okay, another Robo going up, so 3 Robo for Protoss. Isn't this an overkill? I've never seen a game, you know, high-level PvZ game where Protoss player builds 3 Robo. Usually 2 is the maximum, but now we're seeing 3, so that's very interesting to see. But anyways, this attack is looking imminent and scary on this Zerg base. Looks like Queen has got just enough to hold more. It's gonna be Rain who doesn't have enough to penetrate. I mean, Zerg forces is okay, but looks like Rain is playing with about 1/4 of his forces, because you can see a lot of his forces actually out of position. They just either come out of the, you know, Protoss force factory, or they just, you know, tasked with defending some of the bases. These 3 Archon needs to back up. High Templar, does it have enough Storm? It does have enough Storm, but Rain is not using it just yet with 15 kills. We're gonna be having the Shadow comes out. Reavers to land a shot now before they get molted by the you know, what is it? Oh my god, the Shadow dies! One Reaver snipe, the other Reaver snipe as well, but at least these forces get pushed back. We're gonna be having another High Templar snipe, so these Lurkers gonna try to get on the high ground here. But beautiful Storm against the Hydras, and now they all died, and we're gonna be having Lurkers just getting destroyed in the corner now. Beautiful Storm killing all of these Lurkers and morphing into Archon. The game is fair and square. 22nd minute of the game. Rain is once again maxed out, and Queen is about 150 supply. Just a lot of Reavers getting produced from all sides here, and Rain is, you know, managing his you know, his 3 robotics very efficiently. He's making sure that he gets the right amount of forces that comes out of each you know, building at a, you know, at any given moment. He's going to be having more storms against the Lurkers, but looks like great surround from Queen to, you know, completely demolish these Protoss forces. Only a couple of Archons remain. It's going to be better to back up into the support of these Zealots and buy some time that way, but it looks like at the last minute he's just got enough Archon to go out and defend here. But huge counter attack from the Zerg. Just a lot of cracklings moving to the left side of the map. And now it's going to be the moment for, you know, Rain to actually just prioritize his unit production to be more Zealot heavy. I think he's produced way too many Dragoons and also a lot of High Templars, but, you know, High Templars is only a spellcaster. They needed to get supported with some forces, but anyways, we're going to be having a nice Storm drop here, and this Shadow, what does it have inside? It doesn't have anything, and drones are running away kind of needlessly here, but these 2 Archons will be able to cast some more Storms again. It looks like a lot of drones were lost in that previous engagement. Queen supply falls down 125. Mini is at about 50 supply. We're going to be having another engagement, but these Storms are buying so much time and trading effectively for Rain here. Queen, look at his APM, only 300. Queen has got even lower APM than Rain, guys. And that was kind of really terrible. But now the game's gonna stabilize. I think we're gonna be having the end of the game coming soon. I fear like I fear that Queen doesn't have enough. He's just not he's not having a good day today, and he's gonna be losing against Rain. I think supply difference is now about 60 to 70 supply. Of course, Zerg can still come back strong with a lot of, you know, kind of backstabbing attacks. But I feel like, you know, Protoss, you know, max out army 333 upgrade is way too strong. Anyways, but looks like for the time being, Queen is secure this area. A single Dark Templar snipe every single Defiler. 1 Defiler down, 2 Defiler down. This Defiler need to use the, you know, need to, oh my god, the Overlord is here, so I guess this is gonna be fine. This Defiler will need to cast whatever plague or spell he wants to cast here. Where are the Reaver? There are the Reavers. There's a lot of High Templar. Cast a Storm now. He needed to storm those area. Looks like he's not paying attention. A lot of High Templar is here, but they're not being used to storm, and now they're gonna be used to storm. So that is gonna be a nice storm. We have a Lurker in the back. Yeah, he's gonna cast one last time just to clear out those forces. Reinforcement from the Protoss side is gonna cut off resupply route of the Zerg army, so there's gonna be no way for for Queen to reassault the base from the bottom right. He needs to reassault from the bottom left, but anyhow, Queen has got a new hatcheries in the 730, so that secures him a little bit more mineral intake here. And yeah, if the way the game is going, this base is gonna get contested. If Protoss can take this base, or even if Zerg takes that base, Protoss wins. Protoss wins, because even bases Protoss always wins. But if Zerg takes a 9 o'clock base, then this base is very easily going to be falling to Zerg because it's so close to the Zerg bases. Anyways, this Arc need to pull back just to buy some time here. Lurkers attacking. The 3 Reavers are being, very much coverage. But it looks like Rain had done a huge counter attack. He takes out this group of hatchery, which is going to be a problem. These 3 Reavers are going to be able enough to get to stop these forces. Looks like Rain attack. We might have a slight base rate. This Nidus Canals force, which means GG from Queen. Thanks a lot for watching this game. And if you like this, guys, feel free to buy me a coffee. The link is going to be in the video description. You can send me money via Zelle account or use a credit card or PayPal or click one of these YouTube subscription plans. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.